TV feed from Channel 4 in Long Beach. Other than that, I can't really give you any other advice other than, just take your time on the evac if it's, I don't know what could happen with your landing gear. I'm not sure if other ones have collapsed or not. And as far as my steering, it was there really wasn't a whole lot of steering on the rollout. But the plane, using the rudder, you can keep it on the center line pretty much until the very end. It might veer off on you a little bit.
Yep, understood. That's the reason for the 200 feet. Yes, I know I'm on candid camera. They made their presence known when we did the flyby down at Long Beach. Which it was nice because they confirmed as well that it was candid at a 90-degree position. What do you think about the ground spoilers?
I don't think we used them.
Well, I'm more concerned about a pitching moment, but I would like affirmative contact, and I'd like to keep the airplane down once it's down. So I agree with you in terms of the no reverse thrust, the no auto braking, but my inclination is to use the ground spoilers. Over.
Okay. I'm not sure if we did or not. I think we might have, it was so hectic for us on final that I think, because we were actually low on fuel, that I think Nancy did arm my spoiler. She must have. So I think that's probably the case, because we did the regular checklist. Did you go through the QRH checklist?
There is no QRH other than the landing with abnormal gear checklist. Over.
Okay. Did you follow all that? I mean, did you run everything you could on that checklist?
Yeah, we've run all checklists. We've run all the ECAMs, the QRH, the FCOM. I can't find anything here that's applicable. Over.
Yeah, we went ahead and you turn the crew oxygen off, and then it gives you the brace command, and there's just some helpful tidbits there with the abnormal landing gear checklist in the QRH. So even though it wasn't totally applicable, we still ran certain items that we thought were applicable.
All right, I agree. I think that's an excellent idea. We'll go ahead and perform the applicable items from that checklist. And yes, I am looking at a bunch of empty seats up in the front of the airplane. We moved everybody we could aft.
Okay.
Good deal. Hey, this is Scott Green. I just got an email from Jim Random. Just let me read it to you right quick. It says the QRH 217 procedure for abnormal landing gear works great. And I and many others have tried this in the sim. Nice long runway to LAX to make things fairly straightforward. Remember, the aft exits will be too high for evacuation on the ground, if that is even necessary. Having the trucks ready with foam will be important.
Say your last statement again, Scott.
I just said having the trucks standing by and ready with foam is important.
Yeah, I agree. Completely concur. I as well thought that if the nose gear collapsed, that the rear exits would indeed be unusable. I was planning on briefing the backing crew accordingly that if that did indeed happen, that we would be relegated to an over-the-wing and a forward evacuation. Over.
Concur. And we're also just getting Jim's thoughts on the spoilers. Again, you need to do what you're most comfortable with. I don't know what to tell you, but we're just going to get another data point from Jim Random about that, just to pass along to you.
No, I agree. I'm concerned about the pitching mode of the aircraft when it's on the ground. I don't want to augment a nose forward if we don't have to. And additionally, I'm interested in Jim's thoughts with regard to the fuel and in terms of the distribution of it. If there's some incremental advantage to burning the fuel down more than I was planning on.
Okay, we'll ask him that too. Stand by.
All right.
Scott, who's flying with you?
It's Dave Rassler. He's a highly experienced first officer, and he's actually off to Embraer 190 upgrade next month, so this is an excellent training scenario.
Yeah, the QRH has got, turning the crew oxygen off, and let's see, turn the ram air valve on to depressurize the plane. That's to, prep it for an emergency evac, just stuff like that. That's what we ran.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's an excellent idea. All right, well, we're down to 12,400 pounds at this time. Would like additional information from Jim regarding a favorable fuel distribution and that's the impact on the CG. Over.
Okay, I think Scott Green is probably emailing him right now or getting him on the phone.
Okay, good.
What do you think your ETA is now?
Well, that depends on how much fuel we want to land with. I've got 12,300 right now, so I mean we could continue drilling holes for another hour if we needed to.
Scott, I just got some info from Jim Ranham. He recommends that just once the center tank is empty, you go ahead and land with whatever fuel you have on board. Another data point is possibly moving bags aft as well.
Well, I'll be sure and get out of the airplane and do that, but absent that, we'll certainly look at the overhead racks back there and make sure that the bags are aft. That also is an excellent suggestion.
He mentions the overhead bins.
Yeah, I deduced that. Thank you.
Block anything. Or don't have them pile them up someplace, I guess.
Jim also just passed along that the spoilers may not work at all because of the LGCIU failure.
All right, well, that's nice to know. I'm going to arm them unless I get any contradictory information, and if they don't deploy, then at least we know what we're dealing with.
So they're not listed on your status page?
No, they're not. The status page does not report the ground spoilers or the reverse as being inoperative at this time. Over.
Okay. Yeah, I had the reversers in op on mine, so.
Maintenance control feels like you will have spoilers for landing.
Yeah, I've recalled the page. I'm looking at it. In-op systems, autopilot 1 2, auto thrust, nose wheel steering, and landing gear retract. That is it. Otherwise, the board is clear.
And also, just one other data point. Apparently, according to Jim Ranham, the procedure says to not arm the spoilers. But they may deploy due to the LGCIU problem. Don't be alarmed.
Okay, got it. And I see the landing with abnormal landing gear checklist, and it says ground spoilers do not arm. So we'll operate accordingly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the latest QRH and other. All right. Yeah, the QRH also says reduce fuel weight. Possible. Further down, you'd want to go, 10,000. Started his, as far as the maintenance procedure.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you think, Scott? 10,000 is good, or should we take it down to 6?
I don't really have an opinion on it. Jim Ranham feels that once the center tank's empty, we can put it on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
The more fuel we burn, the farther forward the CG becomes, right?
Is it?
Isn't that right? I think.
I thought it was pretty close to the CG.
Yeah.
I guess most of the tank is. Usually it's about 25% max. So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it is going to get a little nose heavier.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a tad. Okay.
Taylor, hold on.
Sorry about that. I was talking to the back end.
Problem. Because I think we read it just like it is right there on the QRH.
Hey Scott, how close are you to landing? I feel like I'm relaying a lot of info between you and Jim Ranham. I might patch Jim Ranham in.
No, that's, I'm not overwhelmed at this point. I'm doing fine. We're down to 10.9. If you want to do a phone patch with Jim, that would be fine. With the landing abnormal checklist, it does stipulate turning the engines off prior to touchdown. Under the circumstances, I'm not comfortable with that, given that I've got 3 down in green. I just assume land with power.
How's your FO doing?
Oh, he's doing fine. He's hanging in there. With the exception of the other items here on the checklist, the oxygen off, the jip whiz off, the movement of the bags, and the ram air on. I don't see anything else in this checklist that is applicable. Over.
Understood. Okay, we're patching you into Jim Ranham here.
Okay.
Busy signal for a little bit in the dial tone, and then we'll get Jim on.
All right, thank you. In the meantime, we are moving bags aft, and I believe I'm going to wind up with the first 3 rows of the aircraft completely empty.
JetBlue 292, stand by. I'll get Jim Ranham for you. Stand by. The 292, you still on?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, stand by for me. Let me try once again. JetBlue 292, you're on with dispatch? JetBlue 292, you're on with dispatch?
Yep, go.
Hey, I have Jim Ranham for you. He's going to talk to you in a second.
All right, thanks.
Hey Scott, it's Jim Ranham. How you doing?
Hey, Jim. I've had better days. How are you?
I'm having a better night than you, but I'm sure you'll be a hero here.
Well, that's not the point. I just want to make sure that everyone gets off this airplane okay.
Oh, yeah. I think the most important thing is just to, come on in. Obviously, I know everybody's had giving you preparations out the wazoo, so I'm sure, you following the QRH procedures, every letter. And it works out great, I've done it in the simulator several times and talked to Kevin Carr, we've tested it out. It works really well. And of course, I guess you talked to Scott Peel.
Well, yes, I did. The question I've got for you, Jim, is do you recommend shutting the engines off in the flare, or do you recommend landing with power? Over.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, I would wait until the nose settles down, and I wouldn't cut power until you're absolutely settled down on the runway and the nose comes down. I expect that when you set the nose down, it's not going to feel significantly different at first. And then, probably after a few seconds, you'll feel the nose settle down as the tires come off of the wheel. And at that point, then I would go ahead and kill the fire push button.
Okay, I concur. This landing with abnormal landing concerns aircraft that don't have down 3 green. I clearly have got down 3 green in a locked position. So my preference is to land with power, and then as things stabilize on the runway, just to go ahead and hit the engine fire push buttons at that point.
Absolutely, I concur with that.
What do you think about the ground spoilers, Jim?
Well, the ground spoilers, you don't want to arm them, and since you're not going to use any reverse, they won't come up on you.
Well, then that answers that, doesn't it?
Any ground spoilers.
That answers that then. So no ground spoiler. So no auto brake, no reverse thrust, no ground spoiler, and a smooth touchdown.
Yeah, and the thing is you don't want to try and hold the nose super high because then your airspeed will bleed off rapidly, and then the nose will come slamming down. So essentially, all you want to do is just bring it in like a normal landing, like you always do, and instead of letting the nose down, just keep holding it and holding it.
All right, I concur with you. That was not my intention to let it slam on the runway, but to try and have a controlled nose wheel contact. So I agree with your assessment in that regard. I mean, we'll hold it up, but before I lose the authority, I'm going to try and set it down.
Yeah. Very good, Scott.
You want to trade places?
You know what? It's pretty exciting. If I could do it, I would do it.
Yeah. This is all over. You guys owe me a beer.
Scott, is there anything else we can get for you or answer?
Nope, we're down to bingo field now. At this time, Scott, I see 10,000 showing up here on the upper E-cam. I think it's time for execution. Do you concur?
Concur.
All right, well, if you would please, let's make sure that we've got all of the preparations ready for the arrival into LAX. I'm going to go ahead and tell the back-end crew to begin their final preparations, and we're going to receive vectors and head over to LAX.
Roger. And also JetBlue 292 dispatch copy. If you're headed to Los Angeles, we'll pass it on to everybody over here.
All right, we're going to have them turn us on at a nice wide final, get ourselves a nice stable airplane, so we make sure that we've got a reasonably good flare. So we'll probably have them vector us on about 10 miles out in a full configuration and take it from there.
Okay, roger that. And do you still want dispatch on the frequency here?
I'm done, guys. So if you got nothing else to tell me, I got nothing else to say. So we can go ahead and curtail the patch, and we'll get our work done up here.
Okay, let me just double check. Does anybody else have anything else to say to you? And we'll terminate the phone bench. Stand by. No, maintenance control doesn't have anything more to say. We've got technicians and maintenance supervisors, and we have some other airline support waiting for you to assist you. Copy that, sir. I'm 1292.
Yeah, I've got it. How about public relations? Do we have somebody that's media savvy down there that can keep the media wolves off my back?
They don't have anything else to tell them. Let me double check with that. There's several people around in our ops center, and let me check out and see what the deal is.
Well, I've got nothing to say, but certainly we're going to want to have a company representative there to keep on top of the situation. Over.
Scott, this is maintenance control. When you do get on the ground, we do have a so I don't want to give that particular number over the frequency right now. And all the other people here have that phone number. So when you do get on the ground and everything is debriefed, we can give you that.
All right, that's fine. When the situation is stable, we're on the ground, and the passenger welfare has been taken care of, I will contact main operations for further instructions. Over.
For that, sir.
And JetBlue 292 on a lighter note, just be advised that the bosses and the care team has been sent. They should be waiting for you upon arrival.
Okay, good. Glad to hear it.
Okay, there doesn't seem to be anything further for you guys, so we'll be talking to you on the ground.
All right, very well. I will talk to you by phone after arrival. Thank you, and I appreciate all your help today.
No problem. Good luck, guys, and we'll talk to you again. And dispatch will be out San Francisco.
San Francisco Island, Roger, and JetBlue 292. Good luck to you, your passengers, and your crew, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good day. JetBlue 292.